Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our horizontal planners for the next week in August. And I've got these Tombow brush pens here ready to go, as well as these Girl Boss Anna overlay inks, these washi tapes that I may use as well, this book of scrapbook paper / stickers, and this sticker book which I'll pull from. Okay, let's go ahead and lay down some wax paper and get the party started. I really wanted to do a vintage theme this week. I just have all these cool vintage items that I got recently in my Stationery Pal planner haul, and I just really wanted to, get some use out of them, try them out, and get those vintagey vibes going in my planner. So I decided to go with kind of a botanical vintage theme this week. I found a few pages in the book that I thought would have really cool stickers to use here, or scrapbook paper to use here on the spread. The reason I keep saying that is because I did not realize that these were stickers until I was done filming. I kept thinking that they were supposed to be stickers, but then I couldn't find the release of the backing, and the thickness of them is very similar to scrapbook paper, so I was like, okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just scrapbook paper. But yeah, I discovered it like haphazardly as I was trying to put everything away, and I was like, oh wait, this little edge is coming up, and then I realized, oh, they're stickers. So after I figure this whole spread out, I go back and actually remove the backing from them, but you're going to see me on camera use a glue tape to stick it down. You don't have to do that with that Rosy Posy book at all. It does have a sticker backing. FYI. Learn something new every day. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing in the items that I am grabbing from both the Botanicals sticker book and the Rosy Posy book as well. I wanted to do a border. I kind of figured I wanted to do a border this week on the edges with the vintage botanical theme, but I wasn't really sure if it was going to work with the things that I had pulled. So then I started to change my mind and try some different options here pretty quick. I also decided that I was not going to use that neutral brown color in this theme and just kind of stick more with the greens. So I pulled in some new washi tapes that I got from the washi tape shop a few months ago. I really like that set. It's like a set of vintage colors it has like a slight bit of script writing overlay as like a texture item onto the washi tape. So I really like that set, and there's lots of colors. They're nice and deep, rich colors, which was a unusual set to find in washi tape. So I really like that set a lot. And I also at the same time got this script washi tape, and I thought that they would be a nice pairing, the kind of overlay pure texture script and then the color heavy washi tapes as well. So I've got that, and I was just trying to see how it might look if I decided to do it more in clusters around the spread. But the reason that I'm really leaning towards more of a border is because I really need the functionality for this month. It's a busy month. I've got a lot going on, and if I do the clusters, usually some days don't have as much room to write and to really use functionally than others, and it's just to get balance and stuff, the days that I may need more room, I might not have it. So I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, okay. So I went back to the border idea, and I'm starting to build something out here, trying to figure out how I can layer in stickers with the washi, maybe use some of the overlay tapes. And I haven't even mentioned the awesome stamp washi that I've already started to lay in there. That washi also I got from my Stationery Pal haul, and it's just so cute. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker for old school stationery. stamps, things that look like old stamps or postmarks and things like that. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. So I was really happy with the quality of that washi tape and what you got on there. It was a really good find. Highly recommend that washi tape already. I've barely used it and I'm like, yeah, you guys gotta get it. It's a good washi tape. Let's see. So, okay, again, trying to build out the sides, figure out what is going to work here. Looking through my entire Botanicals book, trying to find some other items that I can use in the design. I think a nice black box will be good for some focus boxes, just not sure how I'm going to lay it in quite yet. And then I, again, started to second guess myself with the border theme because it was a little bit awkward at first, and decided to try maybe a mid-page idea where I'm basically doing a column of things not on the side but in the center. And that really stemmed from me having to cover up basically every day there on the left, so I wouldn't have any kind of dated identification on the boxes there on the left if I use the border. That really doesn't bother me that much because I don't reference it all that often, but I do like to have it, especially, like maybe one or two showings so that I can, basically figure out, okay, the day before was this day or the day after was this day. But I know where Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday go on the horizontal planners, and I'm very comfortable with that. So that's not as big of an issue. It's more about which actual numbered day it is. Sometimes I like to know that for some, scheduling reasons. So I started to kind of work on a center mid-page theme, giving me space on each side for checklists, and then my column where I usually will put like focus boxes. Trying to do more with these spreads this month. If you watched any of my July flip through, you'll know that last month I tried a 4-page week, just come into my shop. Hopefully it'll be in my shop by Sunday. I keep telling you guys that, and then things keep coming up. But yes, by Sunday. And I'm also going to be launching all of my 2023 Etsy products, hopefully by the end of this week. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I used that 4-page week all last month, and I had a lot of extra room, and I got real used to that. So I started to add in my social media calendar in my daily planner, in my weekly daily planner. So it would be nice to have a little bit more space. Because I'm going to put it here in the middle, I started to think it through, and I was like, well, I'm going to not have as much space for social media. I'm basically losing all the extra space that's in the border there of the spread all around. I don't know. So I went back and forth, and I started looking again for more items to kind of fill up the column, try different things, see what works. But I was originally working back on this mid-page theme. So I just realized I didn't have enough stickers to really fill out the kind of look I was looking for in this column idea. So I started to punch out some of the scrapbook stickers. We're going to call it scrapbook stickers. And create some more options there and some different shapes to help layer into this little vintage column I'm working on. And my circle punch is a little bit over an inch. I think it's like 1.25 inches. And it wasn't quite big enough to do 2 complete circles on those boxes. But I'm going to put the ones that had a little bit of an edge treatment where, it kind of like overlapped a bit on the top and the bottom, because I'm going to be able to just trim that extra off and you won't be able to tell. So just thinking critically there how I might use them and where to place them so that I get the best result after I'm all done. And then again, just kind of working how I want the column to look. It's a little too straight right now, so we'll see if that sticks around. And then I'm going to bring in some more of those stamp washi elements. I just really love that. I love that you like cut it and it looks just like a stamp. I mean, the way it's perforated, and then the options in there with the botanical feels. It's a cool washi. Highly, highly recommend it. I'll just keep talking about it. Like, I love that washi. Anyway, back to what I'm doing. I'm very chatty today. So I'm trying to layer in some washi tape. The washi tape layering is not my strong suit, and sometimes even sticker layering is not my strong suit. So this takes me a little bit to figure out something I'm comfortable with and that I think is a pretty good layout. I'm much better at like balancing a spread and putting things into a pleasing layout, but as far as the clustering of things, sometimes I struggle with that. You know, everybody has their strong suits, and I try to give you guys, you know, all the ideas that I have for layouts and how to balance things out. And I don't teach anything about really how to use washi tape or how to layer, because that's really just not something I'm that great at. Anyway, so I'm back to punching out stickers slash scrapbook paper. I have this little small punch that is a little bit larger than the designs there on the page, but I think they can be pretty cute with the white border. It helps stand out from the background a bit, so we're going to go with that. And then I'll also cut up a few other little elements, maybe this tag here. I like the way that that's designed. And just see if there's anything else in here that I want to pull in to help make these, you know, kind of columns of vintage feels feel a little bit more full. And I got to the point where I was like, I'm liking the column look, but I really want that extra room there in the heart of the planner. So I'm going to make it work on the border. Just forget about the covering of the days and just put it into the page as I want it. That's how I proceeded from this point on. So this is when I start to really build out the columns fully on the edges and get the final feels for the spread. So like I said, a few things. Washi tape, trying to layer that in. It's better, it's definitely better with the extra shapes that I have here now with the punched out circle stickers. It makes a huge difference on how to, you know, lay things in and the relationships of things. If it was all just squares, I mean, maybe, but it would be a lot harder to make something feel interesting. And since I have like the stamps and I have the box stickers and I have the scrapbook stickers, all real square, it's nice to have a little variation there with the circle punches. So I'm going to cut out a few more stamps for this side. I selected ones that I thought matched best with the theme. There are some different options there on the roll, and there's a lot of variations before it starts to repeat. So I wanted to pull in the ones that really fit the best with the theme as far as how they felt and the colors on the stamp itself. I'm also putting in the washi tape and trying to balance out where the dark green is in relationship to maybe like the light green areas and vice versa. Trying to get a little bit of that color in each section so that, you know, that becomes one of the hearts of the theme, is the color of it and how the green is going to be predominant in this spread. Really wanted to try to work in those overlay inks, but I was having trouble finding a good spot for them. So we will probably try again, but for now I'm going to go ahead and rearrange this column that was a little bit too straight now for my liking and figure out how best to lay things in. And since this guy's going to get trimmed off on the edge, I need to be, you know, mindful of how far over I'm putting things so I can get the best result from what I have here. And that's looking pretty good. I got 2 stamps in there, got that circle sticker element working, some washi tape. Thinking about bringing in a little bit of those overlay inks here at the top, maybe as a background for that script washi. Maybe do the same thing over here if I can fit it in. Maybe put this at the bottom. Again, just trying to add more of that green, like solid green color to kind of emphasize the green in the spread. But you can pretty much see I'm sticking more with the black and the greens as the main color scheme, and then there's that subtle taupe tone that's in the background of the scrapbook paper elements that I'm also using as well as a color, but it's really more of a tint or a neutral. And fine-tuning a few things, just trying to get things to feel a little bit less chaotic and a little more structured. I think we're close. Just a few more elements laid in. And yeah, I think we're there. I mean, maybe one more of these overlay inks for a little bit more green here at the top. Okay, let's go ahead and move these over now. I think I'm going to go ahead and place the boxes over first and then do a sort of roll-off technique with the sides. I'm just getting rid of all the extra scraps I had there at the top so I can do this pretty freely. Just going to center it top to bottom with those circle stickers, making sure I'm cutting off that excess area, and then also aligning it to that one box sticker so nothing gets cut off there. And because some of these are paper on the background still, because like I said, I didn't figure out they were stickers until after I was done filming, I'm going to go through with that glue tape, like I mentioned before, and stick them down. But it does make it a little more challenging to roll them off of the page. If I had known that they were stickers, I would have went a little bit more smoothly. And I was a little bit shy of putting the adhesive on before I laid it down, so I was worried it was going to stick to the wax paper a little bit too much because it's a more permanent adhesive. So I just kind of did it in sections here, as you can see. And that box sticker is a little bit crooked, so let's see if we can fix that. Again, kind of using the edge of that as alignment to the edge of the page. So yeah, so I ended up taking off all that paper on the background after the filming was over, and it was helpful. It helped everything kind of flatten out a little bit because of the thickness of the paper backing. It kind of pushed everything out into like the washi tapes and stuff and made more of like a dent when they overlaid. So once I got rid of that part of it, then the stickers were a lot flatter and the washi tape laid a lot better. So I went ahead and trimmed out that page, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here on this side. Trim out all that excess, kind of get that border feel going. And for the final thing, I'm going to add in my checklist here onto the spread using the Tombow markers. Decided to do just some little dots in the soft green and then the darker green, though it's kind of hard to tell here on camera. And then once I get those in, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment too if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye!